back again here with Deep Dive. We have a great story for you, okay? I love it because we can all relate to Jesus here and what he's doing. And this is right after there's a festival going on. A lot of people come into Jerusalem. A lot of people celebrate together. But at this time, Jesus, his family, his relative, they're on their way home. And as Mary and Joseph, Jesus' parents, are on the way home, they're looking around and they're like, where's Jesus? Jesus! And they can't find him. And they're like, where did we leave Jesus? So they go back all the way, one whole day, and they go back and they find Jesus after 2 days of missing probably a young teen. And they find him in the temple. And this is what it says in this is Luke chapter 2, verse 46. It says, after 3 days, they found him in the temple courts, sitting among the teachers, listening to them. So go underline, listening to them and asking them questions. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished. His mother said to him, son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been so anxiously searching for you. Why are you searching for me? He asked. Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house? But they did not understand what he was saying to them. So as Jesus is where they find him, he's just sitting there as he's listening. He's asking these rabbis, these people who know a lot about the Bible, and they're astonished about his questions. They're astonished by his understanding. And I stop and I pause and I'm thinking, so even the Son of God is listening to other people about the teachings of God. Even the Son of God is asking questions about God. Kind of mind-blowing, right? Like, why is Jesus listening? Why isn't Jesus teaching? Why isn't Jesus giving the message, even though he's 8 years old, 9 years old, whatever it may be? It's like, what the heck? And I remember I was the youngest of 4 boys, and I had a younger sister, and she was gone. I don't know exactly where she was at, but my mom said, hey, are you okay to be home alone tonight? And I was like, whoa, home alone? Of course I'm ready. But I played it cool. I was like, yeah, I think so. And my mom said, hey, okay, well, make sure you eat dinner, okay? Make sure you like when it's bedtime, make sure you get ready, you brush your teeth, okay? You get in your bed and, make sure that like you're not just partying all night long. And I was like, okay, great. And so, of course, what do is I turn on the television, okay? I blast the music and I start playing video games, right? And then it's about 6 o'clock rolls around and I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. Like I haven't eaten dinner, for a long time. And I remember going to the pantry and I'm just looking at all of these foods and I'm like, what do I do with that? What do I do with that? What do I do with that? And I'm like, I don't know how to make anything. Like, what do I do? And I'm like looking for the, top ramen. I'm looking for the mac and cheese and I'm like, where's this food? Like, I don't know, like what to eat. And I remember calling my mom and just saying to my mom, like, Mom, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to eat. And so later that week, I remember my mom saying, Hayden, I need to teach you how to make something. And so I don't remember exactly what it was, but my mom didn't have the pre-made meals. But my mom sits me down and she starts to show me how to boil for noodles, and she starts showing me not just to make cereal, but actually how to cut strawberries and all these things. And here's something that my mom taught me, and here's something that was really extremely helpful for me, is that my mom taught me that I need to teach myself how to eat, feed myself. And here's an important principle for, I think, you and me, is that Jesus is teaching himself that he needs to feed himself spiritually, that he needs to ask questions to grow spiritually, to understand. You see, a lot of the times, I think me and you, we rely on church, we rely on small group leaders, we rely on these videos to teach ourselves about who God is. But we need to take responsibility to feed ourselves. We need to take responsibility to help us understand for ourselves and actually pick up this book and see what it says for us. And it was an amazing principle of my mom saying, all right, this is how you feed yourselves. This is what you need in order to survive. Have you asked that question? How do I feed myself spiritually? How do I go to this book and say, okay, teach me something, Jesus? Because we can't always rely on our parents. We can't always rely on church. We can't always rely on these videos, because there's going to be a day where you're home alone and you're looking at this pantry and you're like, what do I do? And there's going to be a day in your life where you're going to get to a place spiritually where like, what do I do? And hopefully you can come back to this pantry and you can look at these words and you're like, I know exactly what to do. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.